Hello there, Big Al here, and I just wanted to do a wee review of this board I'm out on tonight. This is the Wave Pro paddleboard. So this is the older model of the Wave Pro. There is a new model out, I think they released just this year possibly, maybe tail end of last year, called the Pro 2.0, which has a few slight differences. This is the older model, and because this was the older model, they released a new model. I got it on a super clearance price for like £100 in some kind of January sale. I think it was January, February I picked it up. So really cheap. Usually it says it retails for £500, but it's generally on sale for about £350. So getting it for £100 was an absolute bargain. I do own another Wave board. I own the Wave Cruiser, which I paid £200 for, I think. So I've got two boards for £300, which was pretty good going. The Wave boards, yeah, they come with a decent amount of equipment, especially if you get them at a discount price. And I've just wanted to do a quick review. It's the second time I've had this board out. I do prefer the Cruiser board because it's bigger and wider and more stable and easier to stand on. I do find this quite difficult to stand on. I'm very much at the beginner end of the scale when it comes to stand-up paddleboarding. But I do find this is much faster in the water and more manoeuvrable, obviously, because it's narrower, it's got the kind of tapered edge, has the kick plate on the back as well, which also helps for manoeuvrability. But yeah, it's much more difficult to control, hence its name Pro, I suspect. But yeah, I'm going to persevere with it because I do find it, when I'm on my knees and sitting down, you can get quite good speed on it. So I mean, I've paddled 3 kilometres today up Loch Lomond. I'm out in Loch Lomond, it's absolutely glorious. Started way down at Balloch and I'm way up here past, probably opposite Duck Bay Marina, but on the opposite side of the loch. And yeah, got here quite easy. I was using a double-bladed paddle for quite a while. When I attached the kayak seat when I first set off, but ended up taking that off about halfway because it doesn't agree with my lower back. So then I would return to my knees and the single-bladed paddle. I was definitely putting quite a lot of power down with the double-bladed paddle and moving quite fast in the water. So the board, I think this measures 10 feet and it's 32 inches at its widest point, and I think it's about 5.5, 6 inches thick. It's fairly lightweight. You can see it blowing about in the wind here quite easily. A slight gust of wind is manoeuvring it quite a bit. In the package it comes with the kayak seat, which is quite well padded, much better than the kind of cheap generic one that I'd bought off eBay a while ago. It comes with a decent, what they call the carbon paddle, which is a bit lighter weight than the other standard paddle, and it comes with the Pro pump, which I've not used yet because I tend to use my electric pump when I'm blowing these up. And yeah, it comes with the usual repair kits and stuff as well. This board does have 6 ring points on it, back, front, and well, 8 ring points if you count the 4 at the front with the bungee cord. It's got a camera mount at the front, this action camera mount, which I forgot to bring my holder for today, that's why I'm doing this handheld. And yeah, a decent amount of bungee. I've got the kayak seat sitting in there, my double-bladed paddle, my dry bag with some water and snacks, and my towel in it. So you've got the kick plate at the back, that raises up a good inch off the back of the board there, which is quite good. And yeah, you kind of standard valve at the back there. It also has handles at the back and the front, which are really handy for manoeuvring it in and out of the water, or pulling it in and out of the water when you're trying to land. And this one just has a single quick release fin, so it's a fin that kind of locks into place with a clip, so no hammering in and out the slidey fins that the other Wave board seems to have. As I said, I do prefer my Wave Cruiser, as it's much wider all the way up. It's just got the kind of nice round nose, so it's much more stable in the water, and it's much easier for standing up on. I do find the Pro board quite difficult to stand up on, especially we've got quite a bit of swell out in the open loch here today because there's lots of leisure craft and jet skis buzzing about, which are kicking up quite a swell. I must have hit some swell that were maybe a foot tall out in the middle of the loch there when the jet skis were zooming past. and I had a few hairy moments where trying to keep my balance, just because of the more narrow nature of this board. But as I say, it's really quite fast in the water. I mean, I got up 3 kilometres, I reckon I've paddled in quite good time, and yeah, it's I'm going to persevere with it. I'll probably just alternate between this and my other board. I do a lot more standing up on the other board, and I'll probably try and do a bit more adventuring on this one when I need to go further distances. Construction wise, it's kind of standard for your kind of budget boards. It's got your kind of standard rail at the side, so the top and the bottom deck don't meet in the middle, and then have the rail strip going across. You can actually see where it's glued and overlapped. So obviously this only goes up to 15 psi. Because of that, it doesn't have the kind of reinforced side rails that the higher pressure boards have. So this will only go up to 15 psi. But I find that's fairly solid, and it's enough for the paddleboarding that I do, just kind of out on the calm waters of the loch here. I'm mainly out in Loch Lomond, live in central Scotland, and I'm about an hour from here, so I just keep my boards pumped up in the back of my van, and if it's a nice day like today, when I finish work, I can literally just jump in the van and come straight here. I can be on the water within about 90 minutes from leaving my house or leaving work, which is quite good. So yeah, when the sun comes out, I'm just kind of ready to go. With the electric pump, probably pumps up in less than 10 minutes. I just kind of plug it in, let it go. I've got a fairly cheap electric pump that just kind of doesn't blow them up particularly quickly. But yeah, by the time you've plugged it in, let it go, you've got enough time to get changed, get everything out and get ready, and it's usually finished by the time you're ready to go. It's got quite a nice deck. It's quite thick foam on the deck. It's quite comfy when you're on your knees and standing up as well. And you do have a bit of a lift on the nose there, so it does cut through the water quite well. And as I said, when you're hitting these waves out in the middle, it does kind of bounce through them quite well. But anyway, as I say, these are decent boards. I'm not sure if I'd paid 350 quid for it. It was an absolute bargain price I got it for, but I suspect even for 350 with the equipment it comes with, it's probably comparable with other boards out there in the similar price range, I reckon. So anyway, thanks for watching. I hope this has been vaguely useful to someone out there. One of the reasons I want to make this video is because I really find very few reviews on these boards. When I was looking at them, there's only 1 or 2 I found. So yeah, just thought I'd add my thoughts as a kind of budget conscious beginner into the paddling game. But anyway, hopefully there'll be a few more videos to come, so please subscribe if you want to, and we'll see you again. Cheers.